His name was Ahmed. He was driving his son to school. Another man was studying medicine, and he was on his way to class. There was a mother walking to pick up groceries. None of them were soldiers. None of them were armed. And none of them knew what was about to happen. The U.S. was at war in Iraq, and the government hired private companies to do military work. One of those companies was Blackwater. They weren't soldiers. They were contractors. Many were former military, trained, experienced. Their job was to protect U.S. officials. Think fast convoys, heavy weapons, high pressure. 4 of them would later stand trial. Nicholas Slayton, a former soldier, Paul Slow, Evan Liberty, and Dustin Hurd. They were operating in one of the most dangerous places in the world, and they entered Nisour Square.
They said they were under threat, but investigators later found no attack. And then they opened fire into cars, into crowds, into people trying to leave. Ahmed raised his hand. His son was close by, and they were both shot. 17 civilians were killed.
More were wounded. And then, silence. Blackwater said it was self-defense. Witnesses said that it wasn't. The FBI investigated. They found that the convoy was likely not under fire and that many of the shootings were unwarranted. The charges were serious. Not just one, but many. 4 men. Nicholas Slayton, charged with first-degree murder. Paul Slough, Evan Liberty, Dustin Hurd. They were charged with multiple counts of manslaughter, attempted manslaughter, and weapons violations. Not one charge, but a series of them, tied to what happened that day. No one took a deal. It all went to trial in D.C., and the jury came back with mixed verdicts. Nicholas Slayton was convicted of first-degree murder. Paul Slough, Evan Liberty, and Dustin Hurd were convicted on multiple counts of manslaughter, attempted manslaughter, and weapons violations. Slayton got life in prison. The other 3 each got 30 years. Much of it was driven by mandatory minimums tied to the weapons charges. There were appeals, challenges to how the case was handled. At one point, the convictions were thrown out by an appeals court, then put back in place, reinstated by a higher court later. In the end, the conviction stood, and so did the sentences. Then, something else happened. Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, granted full pardons to all 4 men. Their convictions were gone. Their sentences erased. Supporters said that they were treated unfairly, that they were operating in a war zone. On the other hand, critics said Trump's actions ignored the civilians who were killed. Trump's actions also ignored what accountability was supposed to look like. The men didn't personally know the president. There was no relationship between them. But they had something else, powerful voices behind them. The case was over, but the questions weren't. Because in the end, it wasn't just about what happened. It was about who gets held responsible and who doesn't, and what that says about power.